Much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content and found it valuable. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more updates.
What do you think, babe? We're gonna get one?
Sure hope so.
I do love it.
Well, towing mostly. It still has the space. In the future, we could fit our whole family, and I can pick up dirt and rocks instead of having to pay to get them all delivered.
We have loved test driving this Ford F-250 Super Duty. This is the XLT version that we test drove, but if you guys want to check out all of Ford's options, you can go to buyfordnow.com or contact your local dealership near you. All right, Jeremy has been begging me for a bigger truck for a long time now, ever since we moved out here, and he really wants to try out the F-250. So we are going to test it for the day. We're going to go to a nursery and pick up some trees to plant because it is the tree planting time of year. And Mirabella is going to be along for the ride.
Progress. Those are all anchored. Solid. And then we'll have this corner will be kind of cantilevered like a cave. So we'll be able to like sit up here and then finish climbing on this side. This will have nothing, but it's huge. Thought I'd actually just give my recommendation for something. I put in a mini split unit. There's 3 of these in the 3 bays of the shop. I'm shocked at how warm it keeps this place with the garage door. There's like a 2-inch gap under the door I need to fill. These old barn windows, they work amazing. And the Russians that installed it were like, I was like, why aren't more people doing this? And they're like, they are, but you Americans are just way behind. I'm like, wow, okay. Anyways, the mini split's a good idea. Oh, last thing. There's this website I found that has a lot of info. It has the patents and links to some of the medical papers and just some general videos and stuff. Some of it's cheesy, some of it's not. And then I'll also send you a link of where we purchased our patches because they chose a D2C business model. So you can only get these via a link somewhere. So it's internet based only, which a lot of companies are doing now because it just makes sense in this new landscape with influencers and social media and all that. But if you DM patch, I will send those 2 links to you. Okay, so switching to the patches, our bodies emit heat. Heat is light that we cannot see. And so like if you're a pit viper, you see an infrared light. That's how pit vipers, the snake, sees. So instead of seeing the color spectrum like we do and the world in the way we do via our reality, a pit viper sees in heat mapping. They see blotches of light that are more associated to heat because it's visible, just not to us. So our body emits light, and this patch has specifically patented and designed nanocrystal that reflects back to the body, to our nervous system, a certain wavelength of light. Now, how this works is kind of the way I'm going to explain it is like fiber optics. How fiber optics work is light is encoded or packaged up with certain information. It's sent through a cable and it's unpackaged or decoded on the other side, and certain tasks are taken. Putting roofing panels on the Big Muddy. Okay, so there seems to be a little confusion. These patches, these X39 patches, are not the exact same thing as red light therapy, but they are similar in the sense that they interact with our mitochondria and cellular health, among other things. But they both affect the body in similar ways, but they're not the same thing, if that makes sense. So if I could just take a second to try to explain it. So red light therapy is external light coming in, and because of the wavelength, the size of the wavelength, it penetrates your skin, and it goes down, even down to the bone marrow. So it goes through all the cells, and I forget, there's something on a cell that accepts the light. I forget what that's called. But it's a deeply penetrating wavelength of light. And the reason we call it red light therapy is because the part of the information that reflects off of our skin is red, And so that's part of the visual light spectrum that we see with our eyeballs that we call red. That's why we call it red light. But the mass majority of the energy and information of that wavelength of light is actually going into our bodies, into our skin, our cells, and doing things.
Welcome, beautiful people. We're excited to share the latest fun and heartwarming updates from TLC. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more updates.